fight beside a man so driven by personal gain and glory is a hard thing, Edward.
Pirates. They have been explored in television, films, and video games. But how about living the life of a pirate? Yes, that is what Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag brings to the table. The game is available for the current console generation, that is the PS3 and the Xbox 360. If you're someone who's going to buy the PS4 or the Xbox One, the game is available for that as well. But is it really worth the journey? We're going to review the game and find out. Let's start with the story. Now, as every Assassin's Creed fan knows, the game takes place in two universes, the present and of course in an Animus, a machine that detects the past through the user's DNA and lets him relive the life of a character. This time around, there isn't Desmond there in the story. For those that don't know, his journey ended in Assassin's Creed 3. Now, in the present day, you are, well, just you, a new employee in Abstergo who goes into the Animus machine and relives the life of Edward Kenway. Yes, this time around you're a pirate from the 18th century who's come to the Caribbean to explore the opportunities of becoming rich. One of the aspects of the Assassin's Creed games was that you always were the central character throughout. Everything revolved around what you did. This time around the story is completely changed and that works really well. Edward doesn't care what the Assassins or the Templars are up to. He doesn't want to be a part of them. It is a situation that brings him right there and he sees his own profit. He becomes an assassin as well as a Templar and takes on both of them to his own advantage. The story drifts where you find a temple of a first civilization and both the Assassins and Templars are after it and Edward wants to sell it for his own profit. Coming to the gameplay, as any fan of the series knows, it is an open world free running and gunning experience. But here the experience is changed. After Assassin's Creed 3's restrictive opening, Black Flag here leaves you out in the open from the get-go. After the initial tutorial is over, you have the entire city right at your disposal. And that's a very good thing considering the number of side missions and the quests that you have to accomplish are plentiful. The main story is more like a diversion. You also have access to a ship. Yes, since Edward's a pirate, he takes on a ship called the Jackdaw. Since the game also has historic elements, you see some famous pirates such as Blackbeard also as a part of the game.
To fight beside a man so driven by personal gain and glory is a hard thing, Edward.
If you continue on your present course, you'll find you're the only one walking it.
The men who call themselves governors of this island. Charles Vane, Ben Hornigold, and Ed Thatch.
Controlling the Jackdaw is a great experience. You explore the wilderness of the vast ocean. You can encounter waves, different weathers, the sunrise, the sunset. You can go fishing, deep sea diving, hunting, and explore the numerous small islands that are all around the map. Yes, there are 3 main cities which you explore where the main story does take place, but the exploration options outside that are numerous. You could spend over 40 hours playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag and you'd still have a lot of ground to cover. Coming to the main missions in the game, they are very reminiscent of what we've seen in the past. Follow someone here, pickpocket someone there, find this treasure here, and it does tend to get quite repetitive, but the variety in the other things you get to do is a treat to work on. Now that you also have a ship to man, you also need to have its upkeep. You take on other ships in the vast ocean. Rather than destroying them, it's better to capture them, use their resources to build a stronger ship. You will also get access to control a fleet, very reminiscent of the tower defense system we saw in Assassin's Creed Revelations, but it's a lot more fun doing this here. You also get a hideout which you can build, upgrade, and it works to earn you a lot of money. Since Edward's a pirate, you also have a lot of illegal activities throughout the game. You also rescue civilians who are in danger and they join your crew. Coming to the combat, now this was one of the weakest and strongest points in the previous games. It's very easy. All you have to do is wait to counter an opponent and watch a beautiful, brutal cinematic take place. Here, the gameplay is still the same. In combat, you have access to a variety of weapons, be it the swords, the hidden blades, and of course, guns that can fire up to 4 bullets alternatively at a time. It's great to mix and match these weapons and watch the animation play through, but it's still underwhelming to perform it because all you have to do is wait for a counter. The weapons management menu has also changed and it's much easier to designate your favorite weapons to controls and execute them. You also have access to a lot of upgradable options, be it what you wear, your armor and your ship. You can find animals, resources scattered throughout the game and use them to either upgrade your own skills, your arsenal or your ship and your crew. Coming to the sound, this is where the game really excels. You have the same attitude brought about by the pirates as they did in the good old days.
Hold fast! She's on us!
Right now we're sitting on a 4D gaming stool. Essentially, this is a subwoofer that's been made into a stool, but it provides you a feedback depending on the action that's taking place on screen. It's a lot like the vibration feedback you get from your controller, but it just shakes your entire body. Whether you like this or not is something really subjective. If you are one who likes a calm and composed gaming experience and doesn't like a vibrating controller in your hand, you may not be so drawn to this, but if you're someone who likes a physical feedback while playing a game, you may want to check this out. Coming to the graphics of the game, on the current console generation, it has started to show its age. Some textures do draw in as you are progressing, but considering the environments are so vast and there are such few loading times, this is more like nitpicking. We can't wait to see the game in action on the next console generation to see how beautiful it looks. Overall, we'd like to say that if you are a fan of action-adventure games, have been playing the Assassin's Creed franchise since its dawn, then you will of course go and pick this one out. We would also go as far as saying that this is the best Assassin's Creed game of the 6 that have launched on the console. We give it an 8 out of 10.